How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have to take a look at the crypto news for the day, and I want to go over why I am getting more bullish than ever on cryptocurrency. I want to talk to you about the cryptocurrencies I'm buying too, and what I'm excited about. So this kind of just hit me on the way home. I was actually at a friend's party because of the big promo today, or the big like reunion. So I have the Chandler goatee, I have the big vest and the shirt and everything. But it kind of hit me. I was just listening to some of the news of the day, and all this news from today just made me so much more bullish on Bitcoin, on Ethereum, on Cardano, on some of these major players than ever before. So let's take a look. Biden to propose $6 trillion budget to make US more competitive. Now, this is not a $6 million stimulus bill. This is a $6 trillion budget, not a $6 trillion stimulus bill. So this is reoccurring. This will be the largest level since World War II. We've already seen a lot of money printed recently. We've seen $9 trillion in stimulus injections since 2020, I believe. And this eclipses 2 centuries of USD creation. Now we're talking about $6 trillion a year, in addition to stimulus bills. Take a look at our national debt right now. You're talking about printing or having a budget that is about 1/6 of our national debt. It's huge, right? So we're talking about probably massive inflation again. We're already seeing a lot of inflation, but the thing is, they're going to have to print some of this money. They're going to have to go into more debt. There's going to be problems with this. Even if it doesn't go through, it seems like there's going to be some spending soon. Now, I know some people don't think Bitcoin is the best hedge against inflation, but take a look at what the billionaires are doing. And we've talked about this a lot, but there's more news on this recently. Carl Icahn, someone that has said that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are ridiculous, said that he wants to get into cryptocurrency in a big way. He's not sure yet how he wants to get into it. They kind of pressured him and asked, well, what does a big way mean? And he said, $1 to $1.5 billion. And he said, sometimes we go bigger than that. Sometimes we go smaller than that. But that would be a big way. So we're getting Carl Icahn, someone that is old school. At least he was old school. And now is willing to put in a couple $1 billion. He has a net worth of about 16, according to this. So, I mean, that's a big portion of his net worth, 10%. Ray Dalio, who says, yeah, I have some Bitcoin. We have Kevin O'Leary, who reveals he is moving into DeFi. So he already owned Bitcoin. He's already talked about it before. But in an interview, he said that he wants yield. He wants something more than just sitting on Bitcoin. He doesn't like sitting on gold, sitting on Bitcoin, not earning anything. So he had his team look up different ways that he could earn a yield. So he put some money in smart contracts. He got some yield, a 4 to 8% return, he said. And he realized how difficult it is, right? Because he's trying to keep in compliance. It's hard to know exactly where you're putting your money for how long to do all the tax stuff. So he bought a third of a DeFi company that can help with this. They have an app, so he's going to bring it to the public to make it easier for people. That's pretty big, right? I mean, he's taking positions not in the cryptocurrencies only anymore. He's buying companies that are in the space too. So pretty big time there. I mean, you have 3 billionaires right there in a row that are all getting into this. Now, this kind of follows what Voyager Digital, another exchange, has kind of said about their clients, right? They start getting into cryptocurrency because of the interest, right? That's how I got started. USD. I wanted USDC. I wanted USDT. I wanted something that would give me a high interest rate, like 6 to 10%. Just to put some cash in there. Then I thought, okay, well, Bitcoin fell nicely down. I'll pick up some Bitcoin. I feel like I should probably have some Bitcoin. Then I got into Ethereum a little bit. From there, I started to do more research, and I started to buy some altcoins. Really excited about Cardano. I think it's going to be a huge Cardano summer, right? With some big things coming for Cardano. I want to get into that. I saw a nice dip, bought some of that. That's where some of these companies get profit. That's where people really get into the ecosystem of cryptocurrencies. Now, some cryptocurrencies still people are wondering about, like Bill Ackman, who he gave his opinion on Bitcoin. He says that he thinks it's too speculative for him. He's a very famous billionaire, hedge fund manager, but he is expanding his knowledge of crypto as it is sort of an interesting phenomenon, but hasn't really invested anything in cryptocurrency. He said he thinks crypto is here to stay. It's really interesting in terms of the business opportunities it helps create, but he wouldn't invest in Bitcoin or anything that's purely speculative. Now, he likes helium. He talks about it here. It's motivating people to build out a global wireless network, which is interesting, right? So even the billionaires that don't like Bitcoin still like other cryptocurrencies, it seems. Now, if you guys don't mind, I should have asked you this at the beginning. Please hit the like button. I appreciate that. Also, there is a link down there to Voyager Digital in case you want some cryptocurrencies. Also, a link down there to BlockFi if you want to get an interest rate on your cryptocurrency. Also, a link down there to Webull to get some free stocks. We have some countries that are still banning it. So some billionaires don't like it. We have some countries that are banning it, and then they're going back and U-turning. So Nigeria recently did a U-turn saying now they will allow it. Like they had some way that they could actually ban it before. Bitcoin peer-to-peer trading in Nigeria is up 27% since the central bank banned financial institutions from crypto 85 days ago. See, that's what's interesting, right? You can ban it, but people will still use it. I think people still will use Bitcoin. They'll still use cryptocurrencies, even if they're technically not allowed to. Now, whether that contributes to the illegal activities, right, that people often point out, maybe that's part of some of the statistics that people use because it's technically illegal. So that's an illegal activity, just using it in general. It's kind of interesting, right? So overall, I'm more bullish than ever. The reason is we have manipulation, we have fear, right? We have those in the market. That is the real problem, right? It's not because people feel differently about the underlying coins or the underlying tokens. I mean, Ethereum with 1559 coming this summer, Cardano with smart contracts, makes you really get excited for the crypto space. The fact that we're going to have so much in stimulus and so much in a budget makes you excited about Bitcoin as an inflation hedge. I think it might come out in a few years that, hey, you know, the 60-40 portfolio with stocks and bonds, you really should make that 60-20-20. I've heard that before. I think that was from Cathie Woods, right? So 20% crypto, 20% Bitcoin maybe. That could be huge. I mean, the Bitcoin ETFs that are coming, when gold had their ETF come out, the price of gold or the market cap of gold flew up. So a lot of big things coming. The only difference is now people aren't seeing the prices that they saw a couple months ago. But if you asked anyone a couple months ago, would they be excited to see these prices again? They would have said yes, overwhelmingly yes. If you had told them, hey, I'll give you 30% off Bitcoin, and every single billionaire that you read in the news is buying it. Not every single one, but you get what I'm saying. Most billionaires will be buying it, and I will give it to you at a discount. You have said, what's the catch? Well, you wouldn't want to buy it because it's fallen down. That's the problem that people are having right now. Some people don't want to buy it because they think they might get in cheaper. There's still a lot of fear. So it's making me more bullish than ever. When I see more billionaires buying it, I don't think all these different billionaires would manipulate it, right? I don't think they would do that because they're the ones that are actually putting their names out there. We've seen manipulation, right? But it's been from really anonymous people. We saw a lot of newer owners of wallets all of a sudden dump their Bitcoin that they had accumulated. So that way there was a price drop. And then we had a lot of people that had a small amount of Bitcoin or new owners that sold at a loss to whales. So we're seeing manipulation because people want cheaper cryptocurrencies because it's so valuable. We have billionaires getting into the business, not just buying cryptocurrencies, but buying companies in cryptocurrency, right? If you go buy a company, it is much more difficult if something goes south to sell than it is to sell Bitcoin. If Bitcoin goes down to 30,000 and you want to sell, that's a lot more liquid than trying to figure out some person to buy your part of the business. If you think crypto is going down significantly, 90% down or something like that. So I think we're in an interesting space Again, I'm more excited than ever. I think countries can't really ban it. I don't think they can do that because it's past the point where they can do that. It's too big. It's too important. There are too many other countries that will gladly allow it. So we're getting into this spot where more people are learning about it. More people are learning how to get a yield. More people are trying to figure out what's going to go up next, what's good long term. I think we're in a great spot moving forward. Now, of course, anything can happen short term. I'm not going to sit here and say that I think we're going to go up 30% by next month or anything like that. Anything can happen short term. But I love where we are long term. I still think this is really early on. I mean, billionaires that have tens of people around them on their teams are just starting to get in on it. We have a lot of people that are not as knowledgeable in the space that have no idea what it is. Couldn't tell you one sentence. Maybe they could say blockchain, but that's it. So I'm really excited. I'm picking up more Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano every single week at this point. I've also bought some BNB. I bought some VeChain. I really like it. I have some other smaller cryptocurrencies. I'm actually coming out with a video in the next 3 or 4 days on different cryptocurrencies in my cryptocurrency portfolio. So be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for checking out those links too down below to BlockFi and Voyager. You know, whenever someone signs up for those, I get more cryptocurrency. So I really appreciate that. It does help out the channel. And it's a great way for you guys to get free cryptocurrency too. So I appreciate that. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. And I will see you in the next video. Let me know what you think about crypto down below. Is this just the start or is this the end? Thanks.